The Road Less Traveled. Embrace the Unconventional. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. Warmihius. The well-worn paths of life offer comfort, stability, and predictability. They're safe, but for many of us, they're also unfulfilling. We've all been told to follow a certain blueprint, get a stable job, climb the corporate ladder, check off life's milestones in the right order. Yet, despite following this script, so many still feel a deep sense of dissatisfaction, a gnawing urge for something more authentic, more aligned with who they truly are. This book is for those who feel that call to something different. It's for those who are ready to step away from societal norms and explore paths less traveled, where the rewards are deeper, richer, and more in tune with their core values and desires. It's about rejecting the conventional wisdom that tells us there's only one way to live a successful and meaningful life. But let's be honest, choosing the unconventional isn't easy. It requires courage, resilience, and the willingness to embrace uncertainty. There will be moments of doubt and fear. You'll face questions from others and even from yourself. Is this the right decision? What if I fail? Yet, it is precisely these moments of uncertainty and challenge that lead to the greatest growth and discovery. It's in breaking free from traditional expectations that you allow yourself to unlock potential you never knew existed. In The Road Less Traveled, Embrace the Unconventional, we'll explore what it means to pursue paths that are uniquely your own, whether in your career, relationships, lifestyle choices, or personal growth. We'll dive into real-life stories of individuals who took leaps of faith, left behind secure but stifling lives, and found extraordinary success and fulfillment by choosing differently. We'll uncover strategies, mindset shifts, and practical steps you can take to find your own unconventional path and define success on your own terms. This book isn't just about inspiration, it's about action. You'll discover how to identify when you're stuck in a traditional box that no longer serves you, how to break free from it, and how to carve a life that feels more authentic, purpose-driven, and aligned with your passions. Whether you're considering a major career pivot, launching a creative project, or simply seeking a more fulfilling lifestyle, this book is your guide to navigating the road less traveled with confidence. Remember, choosing an unconventional path is more than just making bold decisions. It's about committing to live authentically, to define your own version of success, and to create a life that truly feels like yours. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. As we venture down this road together, you'll find not only the courage to take those first steps but the clarity and support to keep moving forward, even when the way is unclear. So let's get started. Let's embrace the unconventional and see where this road takes us. We've noticed that 68% of you watching our videos haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Help us grow by hitting the subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for inspiring us to keep creating content for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. How did this book resonate with you, and what insights or questions did it inspire? Chapter 1. Breaking Free from Traditional Expectations. Picture this. You've been following the path society laid out for you since childhood. You pursued the right education, landed a stable job, and checked off the milestones that were supposed to bring you fulfillment, yet something's missing. You feel stuck, uninspired, and can't shake the feeling that you're living someone else's idea of success. This scenario is all too common. Society pushes a one-size-fits-all script, telling us what a successful life should look like. But what if that script doesn't fit who you really are? The truth is, the traditional path might work for some, but it isn't the only way. For those who feel confined by societal expectations, there's another path, one where you have the freedom to define success on your own terms. It takes courage to break away from these norms, but doing so is often the key to finding fulfillment and living authentically. From a young age, we're conditioned to believe that the conventional path offers security, predictability, and success. We're taught to value stability over risk, to fit in rather than stand out. Society rewards those who stay within the lines, making it hard to even consider alternatives. But why do we accept this narrative so easily? It's because the traditional path is comfortable, it's what most people do, and there's a certain reassurance in following a route that's already been mapped out. However, this comfort can come at the cost of your happiness and potential. Reflect for a moment, what are the choices in your life that have been driven more by fear of stepping outside the norm than by what you truly want? It's time to challenge those choices and reconsider what success looks like for you. Let's look at some examples of people who took unconventional paths. Steve Jobs dropped out of college to follow his curiosity, which led to the creation of one of the most influential tech companies in history. Oprah Winfrey defied industry norms and created her own media empire by staying true to her authentic voice. These aren't just stories of success, they're stories of people who dared to think differently. You don't have to be a Steve Jobs or Oprah to live unconventionally. For you, it might mean leaving a stable career to start a business that aligns with your passion, or it might involve choosing a lifestyle that prioritizes freedom and flexibility over material wealth. The first step toward embracing unconventional choices is identifying where you feel stuck or unfulfilled. Start by asking yourself these questions. Where am I following someone else's idea of success instead of my own? What would I do differently if I weren't afraid of judgment or failure? What small changes can I make today to move closer to a more authentic life? Breaking free from the traditional path involves stepping into uncertainty. It's natural to fear the unknown, but that fear doesn't have to hold you back. It can be a sign that you're on the brink of growth. Remember, every great leap in life involves some degree of risk. The key is learning to manage that fear and push forward anyway. When you embrace the unknown, you open yourself up to possibilities you never imagined. The road less traveled isn't always easy, but it's the only way to discover the life that's truly meant for you. Breaking away from traditional expectations is the beginning of a journey that leads to living more authentically. This chapter is about recognizing that the script society gives us isn't the only option. The rest of this book will guide you through how to embrace unconventional choices and create a life that feels more aligned with your true self. Take a moment to reflect. What's the first unconventional choice you're ready to make? Chapter 2. Defining your own success. In the traditional script, success is often measured by titles, income, and status. But if you take a closer look, these metrics don't necessarily lead to fulfillment. Many people chase these goals only to realize they're empty once achieved. True success is personal. It's about living a life aligned with your values, passions, and purpose. Take a moment to think about your current definition of success. How much of it is influenced by what society tells you should be important? How much of it is based on your own desires and values? To live authentically, it's crucial to redefine success on your own terms. Why society's definition doesn't work for everyone. Our culture tends to equate success with external achievements, high-paying jobs, prestigious degrees, and material wealth. These markers might work for some, but they don't capture the whole picture. Chasing external validation often leads to burnout, dissatisfaction, and a sense of being unfulfilled. The traditional definition of success is narrow. It leaves out critical aspects like purpose, passion, creativity, relationships, and personal growth. Studies have shown that people who prioritize intrinsic goals, such as personal development, strong relationships, and a sense of purpose, tend to report higher levels of happiness and well-being. To redefine success, you need to identify what truly matters to you. Here are some key areas to consider as you craft your unique definition of success. Passion. What activities or causes make you feel most alive and engaged? What principles guide your decisions? Integrity, freedom, creativity. What's at the core of your identity? How do you want to contribute to the world? Success could mean making a difference in your community or industry. What kind of lifestyle supports your mental, emotional, and physical health? Success might mean having the freedom to prioritize these over work demands. Once you've identified these areas, reflect on how they can shape your decisions moving forward. Success isn't one size fits all. It's a custom-built experience that aligns with what you value most. Let's explore the stories of a few individuals who broke away from conventional measures of success to create lives that aligned with their passions and values. One example is Maya, who left a high-powered corporate job to start a nonprofit focused on mental health awareness. Despite earning far less money than before, she feels more successful now because her work is purpose-driven and aligns with her deepest values. Her story shows that redefining success isn't about abandoning ambition, it's about pursuing goals that bring genuine fulfillment. Another example is Alex, who chose a less demanding career path to prioritize family and personal well-being. Despite societal pressures to climb the career ladder, Alex found success in living a balanced life that allows time for creativity, travel, and connection with loved ones. These stories illustrate that success looks different for everyone. The key is determining what it looks like for you and having the courage to pursue it, even if it goes against conventional wisdom. Redefining success for yourself. Now that we've explored different ways to define success, it's time to put these ideas into practice. Try the following exercises. 1. Grab a journal and answer this question. If I could design a successful life that truly reflects my values and passions, what would it look like? Describe your ideal day, your career, your relationships, and your impact. 2. Consider what aspects of conventional success you're willing to release. Is it the constant drive for status or the pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle? Letting go of what doesn't serve you is key to embracing your true definition of success. 3. Based on your new definition, set goals that align with your values and passions. Make sure these goals are personal, not just based on external expectations. Redefining success is liberating. When you decide what truly matters to you and pursue it, you begin living a life that's authentic and aligned with your purpose. This chapter is about freeing yourself from society's narrow definition of success and creating your own version, one that brings lasting fulfillment and joy. Remember, success isn't a fixed destination, it's a journey shaped by your choices, values, and passions. By embracing unconventional paths, you open the door to a life that's richer, more meaningful, and uniquely your own. Chapter 3. Embracing risk and uncertainty. Many people cling to traditional paths because they offer a sense of safety and predictability. There's comfort in knowing what to expect: regular paychecks, clear career trajectories, and the stability that comes with following the rules. But here's the hard truth: playing it safe often comes with hidden costs, stagnation, lack of fulfillment, and a life lived within the confines of what's familiar. What if, instead of asking how you can minimize risk, you asked how you can embrace it? The truth is, real growth and fulfillment rarely come from staying in your comfort zone. The most successful people in unconventional careers and lifestyles are those who've learned to not only accept risk but see it as an opportunity. Understanding the nature of risk. Risk has a bad reputation. We're conditioned to avoid it, yet everything meaningful in life, starting a business, pursuing a passion, even building deep relationships, comes with a degree of uncertainty. Risk doesn't mean recklessness, it's about calculated decisions that align with your values and aspirations. Let's reframe how we think about risk. When you consider making an unconventional choice, your brain often defaults to focusing on potential losses. What if I fail? What if I look foolish? What if I lose everything? However, this focus is one-sided and overlooks the potential rewards, personal growth, newfound opportunities, and the chance to live a life that feels authentic. What are some risks you've avoided in the past because you focused only on what could go wrong? How might those choices look different if you had focused on what could go right? Uncertainty is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and progress. The most significant breakthroughs happen when you push beyond the known and step into the unknown. The key isn't to eliminate uncertainty, but to develop resilience and adaptability in the face of it. By embracing uncertainty, you open yourself up to possibilities that you never would have encountered on a traditional path. Take the story of Sarah, who left her corporate job to start a business in a field she was passionate about. She didn't have all the answers, and she knew there were risks involved, but she decided that staying in a career that drained her energy was a greater risk. Through persistence and adaptability, she built a thriving business, and she credits her willingness to embrace uncertainty as the critical factor in her success. Sarah's story illustrates an important lesson. Those who succeed in unconventional paths aren't those with foolproof plans, they're the ones willing to leap without knowing exactly where they'll land. Embracing risk isn't about being fearless, it's about being willing to act despite fear. Here's how you can develop a mindset that thrives in uncertainty. 1. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of viewing failure as a dead end, see it as valuable data. What can you learn from a setback? How can you use that information to adjust your course? 2. Take risks in low-stakes areas to build your confidence. Over time, you'll become more comfortable making bigger, more impactful decisions. 3. Focus on long-term gains. Often short-term discomfort leads to long-term rewards. When faced with a risky choice, ask yourself what benefits might unfold if you succeed, and if you don't, what skills or insights you could gain in the process. 4. Surround yourself with risk-positive people. your environment influences your mindset. Connect with people who have successfully navigated unconventional paths. Their experiences can inspire you and provide valuable insights. Embracing uncertainty as a tool for growth. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate risk or uncertainty, it's to lean into it. By embracing the unknown, you allow yourself to grow in ways you never could by playing it safe. The discomfort that comes with taking risks is often a sign that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Every time you choose to take a risk aligned with your values, you build a life that's more authentic and fulfilling. It's not about never being afraid, it's about letting your desires be stronger than your fears. When you make the decision to embrace risk, you take control of your destiny. The unconventional path requires you to trust yourself, take leaps without guarantees, and stay open to unexpected outcomes. But with those risks come rewards that are deeper and more satisfying than anything you can gain from playing it safe. What's one area in your life where you've been playing it safe? What small step can you take today to start embracing uncertainty and moving toward the life you truly want? Chapter 4. Developing a resilient mindset. Choosing to take the road less traveled comes with inevitable bumps along the way. There will be moments of doubt, unexpected challenges, and perhaps even the sting of failure. But here's the thing, every successful person who has embraced an unconventional path has faced these same difficulties. What sets them apart isn't that they avoided setbacks, but that they developed the resilience to keep moving forward, no matter what. It's normal to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned, especially when you're taking risks and stepping outside your comfort zone. But resilience isn't about never feeling discouraged, it's about having the strength to rise back up, learn from your experiences, and keep pushing toward your goals. Resilience is more than just bouncing back, it's the capacity to adapt, grow, and thrive in the face of adversity. When you're on an unconventional path, setbacks are part of the process, not a sign that you're on the wrong track. Resilient people don't avoid failure. They learn from it and use it as fuel for future growth. Think about a time when you faced a significant challenge in your life. How did you respond? What did you learn from that experience that made you stronger? Resilience is often built in these tough moments, when you discover inner resources you didn't know you had. The key components. Developing resilience isn't about being unbreakable, it's about cultivating the mindset and habits that help you persist through difficulties. Here are some key components of resilience you can start building today. 1. Believe that you can improve and adapt over time. When faced with challenges, focus on what you can learn rather than what you're losing. A growth mindset allows you to view setbacks as temporary and surmountable. 2. Be kind to yourself during tough times. It's easy to be your own harshest critic, but self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone struggles and giving yourself the grace to move forward without judgment. 3. Plans don't always go as expected, especially when you're pursuing an unconventional path. Resilience involves staying flexible and open to adjusting your course without giving up on your end goals. 4. Learn to manage your emotions during challenging times. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, or even just taking a break can help you regain perspective when things get overwhelming. 5. Surround yourself with people who understand and support your unconventional journey. Whether it's mentors, peers, or loved ones, having a strong support network can provide encouragement and practical advice when you're facing setbacks. Let's look at how resilience played a critical role in the journeys of a few individuals who carved their own paths. Consider the story of James, who left a secure corporate job to start his own business. The first 2 years were brutal. He faced financial instability, self-doubt, and moments when quitting seemed like the best option. But instead of giving in, he doubled down on his growth mindset. He viewed every setback as a learning opportunity and adjusted his strategies accordingly. Today, his business is thriving, and he attributes his success not to avoiding failure, but to his resilience in the face of it. Another example is Carla, who pursued a creative career in a field where success is notoriously difficult to achieve. After facing rejection after rejection, she took a step back to focus on improving her craft rather than giving up. Her resilience led her to breakthroughs she never would have reached if she had given up early on. These stories highlight a fundamental truth: the path to success is rarely linear, especially when it's unconventional. The resilience you build along the way isn't just a skill, it becomes the foundation of your growth and progress. Here are a few exercises to help you strengthen your resilience as you navigate your own unconventional path. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on a challenge you faced and how you responded. Did you react with a fixed mindset, or did you approach it with curiosity and a willingness to learn? Journaling these reflections can help you track your growth over time. 2. Develop a simple mindfulness routine to help you stay grounded during tough moments. This could be as straightforward as taking deep breaths when you're feeling overwhelmed or practicing gratitude to focus on what's going right in your life. 3. Identify strategies that work for you when you're facing setbacks. This could include reaching out to a supportive friend, taking a break to recharge, or focusing on one small, actionable step toward your goal. Having a toolkit of strategies can help you stay resilient when challenges arise. 4. When you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts during tough times, practice reframing them. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," try, "This is tough, but I'm learning and growing through it." Resilience is your superpower on the road less traveled. It's what keeps you going when others give up, what allows you to grow from adversity, and what ultimately helps you achieve the life you're striving for. Embracing unconventional choices isn't just about being bold, it's about developing the inner strength to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles arise. Take a moment to consider, what's one area in your life where you need to build more resilience? How can you start today? Remember, resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Chapter 5. Finding your purpose in unlikely places. From a young age, we're taught to believe that purpose is something we must discover early and pursue relentlessly. The conventional wisdom suggests that once you find your calling, everything should fall into place. But real life doesn't always work that way. Many people spend years searching for a clear sense of purpose, only to feel frustrated when they don't find it in the expected places like their jobs, education, or traditional life milestones. What if your purpose isn't something you need to find, but something you can create through your experiences, passions, and choices? What if purpose is fluid, evolving as you grow and change? By embracing unconventional paths, you open yourself up to discovering purpose in places you may have never considered. Many people struggle to find their purpose because they're looking in all the wrong places, chasing titles, seeking approval from others, or following paths that don't align with who they really are. True purpose is less about a specific career or role and more about connecting with what brings you fulfillment, meaning, and joy. Consider the story of Ella, who spent years climbing the corporate ladder only to feel disconnected from her work, even though she was successful by traditional standards. It wasn't until she left her job and took time to explore new interests, volunteering, creative hobbies, and travel, that she stumbled upon her true passion, helping others find meaning in their own lives through coaching. Ella's purpose wasn't something she found in her career, but something she created by being open to new experiences. Think about your own journey so far. Are you pursuing paths because they align with your passions, or because they seem like the logical next step according to societal expectations? Letting go of rigid expectations is the first step in finding your true purpose. One of the most powerful tools for discovering purpose is curiosity. When you allow yourself to explore what genuinely interests you, without worrying about how it fits into a bigger plan, you often uncover passions that can lead to unexpected opportunities and a deeper sense of meaning. Here's the secret. Purpose often reveals itself through experimentation and exploration. It might start with something as simple as a hobby, a side project, or a volunteer opportunity. The key is to follow what lights you up, even if it doesn't seem practical at first. Start by asking yourself, what activities make you lose track of time? What are you naturally drawn to, even when there's no external reward? What problems or causes do you feel strongly about? These questions can guide you toward areas where your purpose may be hiding, often in places you wouldn't expect. Unlike traditional paths that often dictate a linear route to success, unconventional paths are winding and unpredictable. This can be frustrating at times, but it's also where the magic happens. When you're willing to take detours, try new things, and embrace uncertainty, you give yourself the freedom to discover purpose in ways that traditional paths simply don't allow. Purpose is rarely found by following the crowd. It's found when you're willing to break away from the expected and forge your own path. Whether it's pivoting careers, pursuing creative passions, or making lifestyle changes, the willingness to embrace the unconventional opens up endless possibilities for discovering your unique purpose. Take John, who, after years of working in finance, realized that his true passion lay in storytelling. He began writing on the side, first as a hobby and then as a self-published author. His unconventional leap into writing wasn't planned or strategic, it was driven purely by passion. Today, John's books have touched thousands of lives, and he's found a sense of fulfillment that was missing in his former career. John's story highlights an important point. Sometimes your purpose isn't a straight line, it's a series of choices, explorations, and even failures that eventually lead you to where you're meant to be. Here are some exercises and approaches you can use to start uncovering your purpose. 1. Dedicate time to explore interests without the pressure of making them productive. Whether it's art, volunteering, or learning something new. Let curiosity guide you rather than focusing on the end goal. 2. Connect the dots. Look back at your life and identify patterns. What activities or experiences have consistently brought you joy, even if they seemed unrelated at the time? Sometimes, purpose is hidden in the connections between seemingly disparate interests. 3. Don't be afraid to try things that don't immediately seem purposeful. Sometimes, it's through trial and error that you stumble upon something that truly resonates. 4. Purpose is often found in serving others. Reflect on how your skills, passions, or experiences could be used to help or inspire those around you. 5. Purpose isn't static, it evolves. Make time to regularly reflect on what currently brings you meaning and joy. Stay open to the possibility that your purpose might shift as you grow. Finding your purpose isn't about following a predefined path, it's about creating one. It's about being open to new experiences, embracing the unknown, and allowing your passions to guide you, even if they take you down unconventional roads. Your purpose might not be where you expect it to be, and that's okay. By staying curious, flexible, and true to yourself, you'll find that purpose isn't something you discover, it's something you discover. It's something you build. What unconventional steps are you willing to take in your search for purpose? What interests or passions have you set aside because they didn't seem practical? It's time to revisit them and see where they might lead. Chapter 6. Overcoming fear of judgment and failure. Fear is a natural human emotion, but when it comes to embracing unconventional choices, two fears stand out above the rest: the fear of judgment from others and the fear of failure. These silent killers can stop you from taking risks, trying new things, and stepping outside your comfort zone. If left unchecked, they can keep you stuck in a life that's safe but unfulfilling. It's normal to worry about what others will think when you step away from the traditional path. It's also natural to fear that you might fail. But if you let these fears dictate your choices, you'll never know what you're truly capable of achieving. The truth is, judgment and failure are part of the journey, not reasons to avoid it. The fear of judgment often stems from our deep need for belonging and approval. As social beings, we crave acceptance, and stepping outside societal norms can feel like a risk to our sense of belonging. The fear of failure, on the other hand, is often tied to our self-worth. We equate failure with inadequacy, making us hesitant to take risks where the outcome is uncertain. Take a moment to think about how these fears have shown up in your life. Have you ever held back from pursuing a dream or making a bold choice because you were worried about how others would react or because you feared you wouldn't succeed? Recognizing these fears is the first step toward overcoming them. Reframing judgment and failure. Tone shift to "here's the truth, people will always have opinions, and failure is an inevitable part of growth." The key is learning to reframe how you view both judgment and failure. Instead of seeing judgment as a threat, see it as a reflection of other people's limited perspectives, not of your potential. Instead of viewing failure as something to be avoided, see it as a stepping stone towards success. Consider the story of Amanda, who left a stable teaching career to pursue her passion for photography. She faced plenty of judgment from family and friends who questioned her decision. They worried about financial instability and couldn't understand why she would leave a secure job for something so uncertain. Amanda also encountered several failures along the way: poor sales, creative blocks, and self-doubt. But she reframed both the judgment and failures as part of the process. Over time, her persistence paid off, and today she runs a successful photography business that brings her joy and fulfillment. Amanda's story illustrates that the opinions of others and the fear of failure are not indicators of your potential, they're simply part of the journey. What matters is how you choose to respond to them. To overcome the fear of judgment, you need to build confidence in your decisions and focus on what truly matters to you. Here are a few strategies. 1. When you're clear on your core values, the opinions of others matter less. Your choices will be guided by what's important to you, not by external validation. Reflect on what values you prioritize: freedom, creativity, authenticity, and let them guide your decisions. 2. Remember that most people are focused on themselves. It's easy to overestimate how much others care about your choices. In reality, most people are more concerned with their own lives. By understanding this, you can relieve some of the pressure of worrying about judgment. 3. Surround yourself with people who understand and support your unconventional path. Their encouragement can help drown out the noise of judgment from others who don't get what you're doing. 4. Learn to validate yourself based on your own progress and growth rather than seeking approval from others. This internal shift helps you stay focused on your goals, regardless of what others might think. Strategies for overcoming fear of failure. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, but it's also one of the most valuable teachers. Here's how to start embracing failure as part of your journey. 1. Shift your perspective from seeing failure as an endpoint to viewing it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? And use that knowledge to improve and move forward. 2. Start by taking small risks that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. Each small victory builds your confidence and makes it easier to take bigger risks down the line. 3. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Instead of obsessing over the end result, concentrate on the actions you're taking. By focusing on the process, you can reduce the pressure of needing everything to go perfectly and allow yourself to enjoy the journey. 4. Embrace the "what's the worst that could happen" mindset. Often the fear of failure is exaggerated in our minds. By realistically assessing the consequences, you'll find that most failures aren't as catastrophic as they seem. Once you realize this, taking risks feels less daunting. Let's look at the story of Michael, who launched a startup that initially failed. He lost time, money, and faced public embarrassment. But instead of giving up, he took the lessons he learned from that failure, like refining his business model and understanding his market better, and used them to launch a new venture. This time, it succeeded. Today, Michael credits his initial failure as the turning point that gave him the insights and resilience needed to succeed. Michael's story highlights an important truth: failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a critical part of it. Embracing failure as a natural part of growth frees you to take the risks necessary to pursue your unconventional path. Overcoming the fear of judgment and failure isn't about eliminating these fears entirely, it's about learning to move forward in spite of them. When you stop letting these fears dictate your choices, you give yourself the freedom to live authentically and boldly pursue your goals. Remember, the opinions of others and the possibility of failure are small prices to pay for a life that truly aligns with who you are and what you want. The more you face these fears head-on, the more resilient and confident you become. Eventually, you'll find that the fear that once held you back is now just another stepping stone on your journey. What's one fear of judgment or failure that's been holding you back? What small step can you take today to start pushing through it? Chapter 7. Creating a unique path in your career. When it comes to careers, society often pushes a linear path: get a degree, find a stable job, climb the corporate ladder, and retire comfortably. While this formula works for some, it leaves many feeling stuck, unfulfilled, and disconnected from their true passions. The world is changing rapidly, and so are career options. The traditional route is no longer the only, or even the best way to build a fulfilling career. The good news is that you have more control over your career path than ever before. Whether you're considering a major pivot, pursuing a passion project, or combining multiple interests into one unique career, there are countless ways to create a path that reflects who you are and what you value most. Before diving into how to build an unconventional career, it's essential to understand what truly drives you. Many people get caught up in chasing external rewards, like salary, job titles, and status, only to find themselves unfulfilled once they achieve those goals. To create a career that feels authentic, you need to dig deeper into your motivations. Start by asking yourself, what are the activities or tasks that energize you and make you feel alive? What values do you want your work to reflect: freedom, creativity, impact, or something else? What skills do you have that you enjoy using, and how can they be applied in different or unconventional ways? Take a moment to jot down your top values, skills, and passions. These are the building blocks for designing a career that aligns with your authentic self. Career transitions can be intimidating, especially if you're moving away from a stable, traditional path. But transitions are often where the most growth happens. Whether you're considering switching industries, starting your own venture, or turning a hobby into a career, the key is to approach the transition with both curiosity and strategy. Let's look at the story of David, who transitioned from a corporate finance job to become a full-time artisan woodworker. David had always enjoyed working with his hands, but he felt pressured to follow a more respectable career in finance. After years of feeling unfulfilled, he started taking woodworking classes on weekends. What began as a hobby soon turned into a side business. Eventually, David took the leap and turned his passion into a full-time career. His journey wasn't without challenges, but by strategically planning his transition, he built a successful business that reflects his passion and creativity. David's story highlights an important lesson. Career transitions don't have to happen overnight. They can be gradual and carefully planned, allowing you to test the waters before fully committing. One of the most exciting developments in today's workforce is the rise of portfolio careers, where people combine multiple interests, skills, and income streams to create a unique career that aligns with their passions. A portfolio career might involve freelance work, consulting, creative projects, and even part-time roles, all woven together to form a fulfilling and dynamic career. If you're someone with diverse interests or find it hard to commit to just one career path, a portfolio career might be the perfect solution. Instead of trying to fit into one box, you can create a career that reflects all the facets of who you are. Here's how to start building a portfolio career. 1. Identify your core skills and interests. List out the skills you enjoy using and the activities that excite you. Think creatively about how these can be combined into various projects or income streams. 2. Begin with side projects or freelance work that align with your interests. Over time, you'll gain clarity on which areas you want to focus on more. 3. Building a portfolio career often involves connecting with like-minded people and collaborating on projects. Don't be afraid to reach out and explore new opportunities. One of the most significant advantages of an unconventional career is the flexibility it offers. However, this flexibility requires you to be adaptable and open to change. The ability to pivot when necessary, whether that means learning new skills, shifting focus, or exploring new opportunities, is crucial for sustaining a career that's aligned with your evolving passions and goals. Consider Jane, a digital marketing strategist who started her career in a corporate setting but eventually transitioned to freelancing. Over the years, her interests shifted, and she developed a passion for sustainability. Instead of leaving digital marketing behind, she adapted her skills to focus on helping eco-friendly brands grow their presence. By staying flexible and open to change, Jane was able to create a career that's both aligned with her values and financially rewarding. One of the biggest barriers to embracing an unconventional career path is the fear of stepping away from what's familiar. It's natural to worry about stability, financial security, and how others will perceive your choices. But it's important to remember that there's no one right way to build a career. The most fulfilling paths are those that reflect your unique passions and skills, even if they don't look like the traditional routes others expect. If fear weren't a factor, what career moves would you make? What passions would you pursue if you knew you couldn't fail that aligns with who you are, even if it's unconventional? Here's how you can start designing a career path that aligns with who you are, even if it's unconventional. 1. Start with self-reflection. Identify your passions, values, and skills. These are the foundation for building a career that feels authentic. 2. Look into industries, roles, or niches that align with your interests, even if they're outside the traditional scope of your current career. 3. Use side projects, volunteering, or freelance work to test out new areas of interest and gain experience. 4. Create a plan but stay flexible. While it's essential to have a plan, remain open to pivots and changes as you discover more about what excites you. 5. Networking with people who've successfully built unconventional careers can provide inspiration, advice, and potential opportunities. There's no one-size-fits-all formula for a fulfilling career. The key is to design a path that aligns with your passions, values, and goals, even if it doesn't look like what others expect. By embracing unconventional choices and staying true to yourself, you can build a career that's not only successful but also deeply rewarding. Remember, your career is a reflection of your unique journey, and it's yours to shape. The freedom to create something different, is one of the most powerful advantages of stepping away from traditional paths. What's one unconventional step you can take today toward creating the career you truly want? How can you start experimenting with side projects, networking, or new skills to move closer to your goals? Chapter 8: Navigating Change and Transitions. Change is one of the few constants in life, and when you're pursuing unconventional paths, transitions are inevitable. Whether it's switching careers, moving to a new place, or shifting your lifestyle, the ability to navigate change with grace and confidence is a crucial skill. Yet, for many people, change brings anxiety and uncertainty, especially when the path ahead isn't clearly defined. It's natural to feel uneasy when facing major transitions, especially when you're stepping away from the familiar. But change doesn't have to be overwhelming. With the right mindset and strategies, you can turn life transitions into opportunities for growth and transformation. This chapter is about equipping you with the tools to embrace change, even when it feels challenging, and to see it as a gateway to something better. Transitions can be tough because they often force us out of our comfort zones. When you step away from what's familiar, you leave behind the safety of routine and enter a space where the outcome is unknown. This uncertainty can trigger fear, self-doubt, and resistance. But it's important to remember that growth rarely happens in comfort. It's during transitions, when you're navigating the unknown, that you develop resilience, adaptability, and a deeper understanding of yourself. Think about a significant transition you've experienced in the past. What emotions did you feel during that time? How did you handle the uncertainty? Reflecting on past transitions can provide valuable insights into how you can better navigate change in the future. One of the most powerful tools for navigating change is adopting a growth mindset. When you view transitions as opportunities to learn and evolve, you shift from a place of fear to one of possibility. A growth mindset allows you to approach change with curiosity rather than resistance, seeing every challenge as a chance to develop new skills and discover new strengths. Let's look at the story of Karen, who decided to leave her stable job as a project manager to pursue her passion for holistic health. The transition wasn't easy. She faced financial uncertainty, the challenge of building a new network, and moments of self-doubt. But by focusing on what she could learn from the process and staying open to new experiences, Karen not only succeeded in her new career, but also discovered hidden talents and passions she never knew she had. Karen's journey highlights the importance of viewing transitions as stepping stones rather than obstacles. By embracing change with a growth mindset, she was able to turn uncertainty into a catalyst for growth. Successfully navigating life transitions requires a combination of mindset shifts and practical strategies. Here are some approaches you can use to stay grounded and confident during periods of change. 1. Major changes can feel overwhelming when viewed as a whole. Break down the transition into smaller, actionable steps, and focus on making consistent progress rather than trying to tackle everything at once. 2. Change often brings stress and anxiety. Practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply taking time to breathe, can help you stay present and manage your emotions. Self-compassion is also key. Give yourself grace as you navigate uncertainty, and remember that it's okay to feel uncomfortable during transitions. 3. Surround yourself with people who understand and support your journey. Whether it's friends, mentors, or a community of like-minded individuals, having a support system can provide encouragement and perspective during challenging times. 4. Plans don't always go as expected, especially during transitions. Staying flexible and willing to adjust your course as needed allows you to navigate unexpected challenges without feeling derailed. 5. During moments of doubt, reconnect with your core motivations and the reasons behind your choices. Reminding yourself of why you're making these changes can help you stay focused and committed, even when the path gets difficult. One of the biggest concerns during transitions is finding a sense of stability when everything feels uncertain. The key is to create your own anchors, habits, routines, and practices that keep you grounded no matter what's happening around you. For example, developing a morning routine that centers you, setting aside time for self-care, or regularly revisiting your goals can provide a sense of structure in the midst of change. These small but consistent practices create a stable foundation, allowing you to navigate transitions with greater ease. Consider the story of Daniel, who moved across the country to start a new career in an unfamiliar industry. Amid the chaos of relocating and adapting to a new role, he relied on a simple daily routine that included exercise, journaling, and setting daily intentions. These habits provided him with a sense of stability and control, even as everything else in his life was changing. Over time, this stability allowed him to approach his new career with confidence and clarity. Daniel's experience shows that you don't need everything in your life to be settled in order to feel grounded. By creating your own stability through consistent practices, you can navigate even the most significant transitions with resilience and focus. Here are a few exercises you can use to help manage change and stay grounded during transitions. 1. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing the best possible outcome of your transition. Picture yourself successfully navigating the change and feeling confident and fulfilled on the other side. This practice helps reinforce a positive mindset and keeps you focused on your goals. 2. During transitions, it's easy to get overwhelmed by all the moving pieces. Set small, daily intentions that keep you focused on the present. These intentions might include specific actions or simply choosing to approach the day with a positive attitude. 3. Develop a comforting ritual you can turn to when stress or anxiety arises. Whether it's making a cup of tea, taking a walk, or practicing deep breathing, having a go-to ritual can help you stay calm and centered during moments of uncertainty. 4. Write down times in your life when you successfully navigated change. Reflecting on how you've handled past transitions builds confidence and reminds you that you have the resilience to overcome new challenges. Change is often uncomfortable, but it's also where the most profound growth happens. By embracing transitions with curiosity, flexibility, and a growth mindset, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that align with your true self. Remember, the path to living authentically and embracing unconventional choices is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected shifts. But it's these very transitions that shape you into the person you're meant to become. Trust the process, stay grounded, and keep moving forward with confidence. What transition are you currently facing, or what change do you anticipate in the near future? How can you approach this transition with a growth mindset and a sense of curiosity rather than fear? Chapter 9. Building a support network for unconventional choices. No matter how driven or independent you are, pursuing an unconventional life and career isn't something you have to, or should, do alone. The idea of going it alone is often glorified, but the truth is, a strong support network can make all the difference in how resilient, motivated, and successful you are. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up and propel you forward or hold you back with doubts and limitations. The journey you're on might be different from the norm, but that doesn't mean you have to face it without guidance, encouragement, and companionship. The right people can offer valuable insights, provide emotional support, and even open doors to new opportunities you hadn't considered. This chapter is about helping you identify, connect with, and nurture relationships that align with your goals and values. Not all support looks the same, and different stages of your journey may require different types of connections. Here are some key types of support to consider as you build your network. 1. Mentors and guides. These are people who have experience in the areas you're exploring. They've walked the path before you and can offer advice, share lessons from their own journeys, and help you avoid common pitfalls. 2. Cheerleaders and encouragers. These are your biggest supporters, friends, family, or peers who believe in your vision and cheer you on when the going gets tough. They might not fully understand the intricacies of your path, but they provide the emotional support that keeps you motivated. 3. Accountability partners. These are people who help you stay on track by holding you accountable for your goals. They might be fellow entrepreneurs, creative professionals, or anyone pursuing a similar journey. You can check in regularly, share progress, and push each other to stay committed. 4. Like-minded peers. These are people who are also pursuing unconventional paths, whether in your industry or in a different field. They understand the challenges and rewards of choosing a different route and can provide camaraderie, shared experiences, and mutual encouragement. Take a moment to think about the people in your life. Who currently fills these roles, and where are the gaps? Identifying what you need can help you be intentional about building a well-rounded support network. If you're pursuing an unconventional path, it's likely that the people in your immediate circle might not fully understand your journey. That's okay, it just means you need to expand your network and actively seek out those who do. Here's how to start finding like-minded people who can support and inspire you. 1. Join communities aligned with your interests. Whether it's online groups, local meetups, or professional associations, there are communities out there for just about every niche. Seek out groups where people share similar goals, challenges, and values. Platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook groups, and specialized forums can be great places to start. 2. Industry events, workshops, and conferences offer opportunities to connect with others who are on a similar journey. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and introduce yourself to people whose paths inspire you. 3. Mentors don't always show up by chance, you may need to actively seek them out. Identify people whose careers or life paths you admire and reach out to them with genuine interest and respect. Whether it's through networking events, industry connections, or even social media, building relationships with potential mentors can be transformative. 4. Mastermind groups bring together people with shared goals for mutual support, brainstorming, and accountability. Joining or starting a mastermind group with peers who are pursuing unconventional paths can provide invaluable insight and motivation. 5. The internet has made it easier than ever to connect with people who share your vision, no matter where they are in the world. Engaging in online forums, webinars, and virtual communities allows you to build connections, even if you're geographically isolated from like-minded people. Building a network is one thing, but maintaining and nurturing those relationships is just as important. Here's how to cultivate connections that are mutually beneficial and enduring. 1. Strong relationships are built on reciprocity. When connecting with mentors, peers, or new contacts, think about how you can offer value, whether that's sharing resources, providing encouragement, or simply being a good listener. People are more likely to invest in you when they see that you're also invested in them. 2. Vulnerability is key to building meaningful connections. Be honest about your challenges and goals. When you're open about where you are on your journey, you invite others to offer real, actionable support rather than surface-level advice. 3. Relationships need consistent nurturing. Schedule regular check-ins with key people in your network, whether it's a monthly coffee chat, a quick message to touch base, or a more formal meeting to share progress and challenges. 4. If you have accountability partners, be clear about your goals and what you expect from each other. Regularly revisit those expectations and adjust as needed to keep each other on track. 5. Celebrate wins together. Don't forget to celebrate successes, both yours and those of the people in your network. Acknowledging progress and milestones strengthens bonds and keeps everyone motivated. While support is essential, it's equally important to set boundaries. Not everyone in your life will understand or agree with your unconventional choices, and that's okay. Learning to protect your energy and limit the influence of naysayers is key to staying focused and resilient. Limit exposure to negative influences. Identify the people whose doubts or negativity consistently bring you down. You don't have to cut them out entirely, but consider limiting the amount of time you spend discussing your goals with them. Let people know what kind of support you're looking for, and what you're not. For example, if you need encouragement rather than unsolicited advice, express that clearly. Focus your time and energy on relationships that leave you feeling inspired, motivated, and understood. Protect your space from those who drain your energy or make you doubt yourself. Pursuing an unconventional path doesn't mean going it alone. In fact, surrounding yourself with the right people can amplify your growth, resilience, and success. When you build a support network that's aligned with your goals, values, and vision, you create a community that not only believes in your journey, but actively contributes to it. Remember, the path you're on is unique, but you don't have to walk it in isolation. By intentionally seeking out and nurturing relationships with those who get it, you'll find that your journey becomes richer, more rewarding, and even more enjoyable. Who are the key people you want in your support network, and where do you need to start building stronger connections? Take one step today to reach out, join a community, or nurture an existing relationship that aligns with your goals. Chapter 10. Sustaining Motivation and Inspiration. When you first decide to embrace an unconventional life or career, the excitement and novelty can fuel your motivation. You feel inspired, energized, and ready to tackle anything that comes your way. But as time goes on, and the initial thrill fades, staying motivated can become harder, especially when faced with obstacles, setbacks, or long periods of uncertainty. The truth is, motivation isn't something that's always available on demand. Even the most passionate people experience moments of doubt, fatigue, and loss of inspiration. The key isn't to rely solely on bursts of motivation, but to develop habits, systems, and mindsets that keep you moving forward, even when the journey gets tough. This chapter is about helping you find ways to stay motivated and inspired over the long haul, so you can continue pursuing your goals with resilience and focus. One of the strongest sources of sustained motivation is a clear sense of purpose. When you know why you're doing something, when you're deeply connected to your goals and values, you're more likely to keep pushing forward, even when things get difficult. Purpose acts as your anchor, reminding you of the bigger picture when day-to-day challenges threaten to derail you. What's your why? Take a moment to reconnect with the reasons behind your unconventional path. Whether it's the freedom to live authentically, the desire to make a positive impact, or the pursuit of creativity, keeping your purpose front and center will help you stay motivated through the ups and downs. Motivation can be fleeting, but habits are reliable. By building consistent habits that align with your goals, you create momentum that keeps you moving forward, even when your motivation dips. Here's how to develop habits that support your unconventional journey. 1. Rather than trying to overhaul your routine all at once, focus on small, manageable habits that can be easily integrated into your daily life. Whether it's dedicating 15 minutes each day to a side project, setting aside time for creative exploration, or prioritizing self-care, small actions compound over time and lead to significant progress. 2. Your surroundings have a powerful influence on your motivation and productivity. Create an environment that supports your goals, whether that means organizing a dedicated workspace, eliminating distractions, or surrounding yourself with reminders of your purpose. 3. Break your larger goals into smaller milestones and celebrate each achievement along the way. Recognizing your progress, no matter how small, keeps you motivated and reinforces the positive impact of your efforts. 4. Regularly reflect on what's working and what isn't. This practice allows you to make adjustments, stay aligned with your purpose, and remain intentional about your habits and choices. Creative blocks and burnout can be major obstacles on an unconventional path. When your energy is drained, it's challenging to stay motivated or inspired. To avoid these pitfalls, it's essential to find ways to recharge your creativity and renew your energy. Here are some strategies to help you do just that. 1. While routines provide stability, incorporating new experiences and challenges keeps your journey fresh and exciting. Seek out new ideas, take up different hobbies, or explore interests that stretch you in unexpected ways. This balance between routine and novelty stimulates your creativity and keeps you engaged. 2. Pushing yourself relentlessly can lead to exhaustion and loss of motivation. Learn to recognize when you need a break and give yourself permission to rest. Whether it's taking a day off, spending time in nature, or stepping away from work to focus on something fun, these breaks can recharge your energy and give you a fresh perspective. 3. Reconnecting with what originally inspired you can reignite your motivation. Whether it's attending a conference, reading a book that speaks to your journey, or engaging in a community of like-minded people, these activities remind you of why you started in the first place. No matter how motivated you are, there will be moments when things feel overwhelming, when progress seems slow, or when you face unexpected challenges. During these times, resilience is your greatest ally. Here are some ways to cultivate resilience when motivation is low. 1. Be kind to yourself during difficult times. It's easy to be your own harshest critic, but self-compassion allows you to bounce back more quickly by focusing on growth rather than perfection. 2. Remember that growth happens in the process, not just in achieving the end goal. When you find yourself getting discouraged by slow progress, shift your focus to the small wins and the lessons learned along the way. 3. During tough times, reach out to the people in your network who can provide encouragement, advice, or simply a listening ear. Having others who understand your journey can be a powerful source of strength. 4. When motivation is low, revisit your long-term vision. Remind yourself of what you're working toward and why it matters. Sometimes, all it takes is reconnecting with your goals to reignite your drive. Here are some exercises you can use to stay motivated and inspired when the road gets tough. 1. Visualizing your goals can be a powerful motivator. Gather images, quotes, and symbols that represent what you're working toward and create a vision board. Place it somewhere you'll see daily as a reminder of your bigger picture. 2. Establish a morning or evening ritual that sets the tone for your day or helps you wind down. This could involve journaling, setting daily intentions, practicing gratitude, or reviewing your goals. 3. Throughout the day, take a few minutes to check in with yourself. Are you feeling motivated? If not, what small action can you take to reconnect with your purpose or boost your energy? Mindful check-ins keep you aware of your state of mind and help you make intentional adjustments. 4. Regularly practicing gratitude for the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the support you've received can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Pursuing an unconventional path isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. There will be highs and lows, bursts of inspiration and periods of doubt. But by staying connected to your purpose, building consistent habits, and embracing resilience, you'll find the strength to keep moving forward, no matter what challenges arise. Remember, it's okay to have moments when motivation wanes. What matters is that you keep showing up, keep refining your approach, and keep believing in your journey. With the right mindset, habits, and support, you can sustain your motivation and inspiration for the long term, even when the road gets tough. Reflective prompt: what habits or practices can you start today to keep your motivation and inspiration alive? How can you create a routine that balances progress with creativity and self-care? Chapter 11. Learning from others who paved their own way. No matter how unique your path may be, there's always value in learning from those who have walked a similar journey. Role models and mentors can provide valuable insights, share lessons from their own experiences, and show you what's possible when you embrace unconventional choices. Seeing how others overcame challenges, made bold decisions, and stayed true to their vision can offer both practical advice and much-needed inspiration. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Many people have successfully carved their own paths in life and career, and their stories can serve as roadmaps for your journey. This chapter is about learning from those who took risks, followed their passions, and built lives that align with their true selves. Their stories will inspire you and show you that the path you're on, while unconventional, is both achievable and rewarding. Role models and mentors play a crucial role in helping you navigate your journey. Role models show you what's possible, expanding your vision of what you can achieve. Mentors, on the other hand, provide personalized guidance and support, helping you avoid pitfalls and make informed decisions. Who are the people whose paths inspire you? Whether they are public figures, people in your community, or even friends, consider how their choices and values align with yours. What can you learn from their journeys? Let's dive into the stories of a few individuals who embraced unconventional paths and found success on their own terms. Story 1. Rachel spent over a decade working as a corporate lawyer, a career that, by most standards, was successful. However, she felt increasingly disconnected from her work and yearned to make a more meaningful impact. After much soul-searching, Rachel decided to leave her high-paying job and launch a social enterprise focused on providing legal aid to underserved communities. The transition wasn't easy. She faced financial uncertainty and skepticism from colleagues. But through persistence and a strong sense of purpose, Rachel built a thriving organization that not only fulfills her need to give back, but also aligns with her core values. Rachel's story shows that redefining success and taking risks can lead to a career that feels truly meaningful. Story 2. Josh's journey was anything but traditional. After dropping out of high school, he felt lost and unsure of what to do next. Conventional advice suggested getting a GED and pursuing a stable career, but Josh was drawn to creative storytelling. With no formal education in filmmaking, he began learning on his own, watching tutorials, experimenting with low-budget projects, and reaching out to local filmmakers. Over time, Josh's passion and persistence paid off. He started landing small freelance gigs, eventually leading to directing his first independent film. Today, Josh's work has been featured in international film festivals, and he's built a career that combines his love for creativity and storytelling. His story highlights that even when the traditional path seems out of reach, passion and dedication can open doors to success. Story 3. Maria was stuck in a 9-to-5 job that left her feeling uninspired and confined. She dreamed of traveling the world but didn't see how it could be possible with her current lifestyle. After months of research, she discovered the world of remote work and digital nomadism. She began taking on freelance writing projects in her spare time, building a portfolio and learning the ropes of remote work. With careful planning, Maria saved enough money to quit her job and pursue full-time freelancing. Today, she travels the world while running a successful online business. Her journey is a testament to the power of unconventional choices and how they can lead to a life of freedom and adventure. These stories are inspiring, but they're also rich with lessons you can apply to your own journey. Here are some of the key takeaways. 1. Many people who find success on unconventional paths start by taking small steps, side projects, learning new skills, or testing out ideas. Over time, these small actions build momentum, and lead to significant results. 2. All of these individuals faced uncertainty and setbacks along the way. The difference is that they persisted, viewing challenges as part of the process rather than reasons to give up. 3. Redefine success according to your values. Each of these role models had to let go of traditional measures of success, like job titles, income, or societal approval, and focus on what truly mattered to them. This mindset shift was key to finding fulfillment and purpose in their journeys. 4. Whether it's creativity, a desire to help others, or a love for adventure, successful people on unconventional paths leverage what makes them unique. They find ways to turn their passions into careers, even if the path isn't obvious or easy. What lessons resonate with you from these stories? How can you apply these insights to your own journey? While reading about successful people is inspiring, finding role models and mentors in your own life can be even more impactful. Here's how you can start identifying and connecting with those who can guide and inspire you. 1. Look for people whose paths align with your goals. Whether in your community, industry, or online, seek out individuals who have achieved what you're striving for. These might be people who've built unconventional careers, pursued passions outside the norm, or navigated similar challenges. 2. Don't be afraid to approach potential mentors or role models. Send a thoughtful message, attend events they're involved in, or engage with their content online. Building relationships takes time, but starting with genuine interest and respect can lead to valuable connections. 3. Networking within communities that share your goals, whether in person or online, allows you to learn from others who are walking similar journeys. These connections often lead to opportunities for collaboration, mentorship, and shared growth. 4. Sometimes, inspiration and guidance come from unexpected places. Stay open to learning from people in different industries, backgrounds, or stages of life. Everyone has unique insights that can help you see your path from a new perspective. The path you're walking may be unique, but you don't have to walk it alone. By learning from those who've successfully navigated unconventional paths, you can gain the insights, strategies, and inspiration needed to carve your own way forward. Role models and mentors not only show you what's possible, but they also remind you that even the most daring dreams can become reality with persistence, courage, and a clear sense of purpose. Remember, your journey is your own, but it's enriched by the wisdom and support of others who've paved the way before you. Take the time to find those role models, build those connections, and apply the lessons they've learned to your own unique path. Who are the people you look up to, and how can you learn from their journeys? What steps can you take today to connect with mentors or role models who align with your vision? Chapter 12. Integrating unconventional choices into daily life. Embracing unconventional choices doesn't have to be limited to big, life-altering decisions. In fact, it's often the small, everyday choices that define who you are and shape the life you're building. Whether it's how you approach your work, structure your day, or prioritize your values, integrating unconventional thinking into your daily routine creates a foundation for living authentically and purposefully. The key to successfully integrating unconventional choices into your life is to approach it with intention and consistency. Rather than feeling pressured to make every decision a radical departure from the norm, focus on aligning your actions with your values in ways that feel natural. This chapter is about creating habits and routines that support your unconventional path, making it easier to stay true to your vision while navigating the demands of everyday life. One of the most effective ways to stay aligned with your unconventional choices is to establish daily non-negotiables, habits, practices, or priorities that reflect your core values and keep you grounded. These non-negotiables serve as anchors that guide your decisions and help you maintain consistency, even when life gets hectic. Here's how to identify and integrate your daily non-negotiables. 1. Clarify your values. What principles are most important to you? Whether it's creativity, freedom, growth, or connection, knowing your core values allows you to prioritize actions that reflect those values each day. 2. What habits align with your goals and keep you moving forward? This could be setting aside time for creative work, practicing mindfulness, or dedicating time to learning and growth. The habits you choose should be small enough to incorporate consistently, but meaningful enough to impact your overall journey. 3. Create rituals that keep you centered. Whether it's a morning routine, an evening reflection practice, or moments of intentional stillness throughout the day, rituals help you reconnect with your purpose and stay focused on what matters most. What are your top 3 daily non-negotiables? How can you start integrating them into your routine in a way that feels manageable and sustainable? Making unconventional choices isn't just about grand gestures, it's about consistently aligning your daily actions with your bigger vision. Each decision you make, no matter how small, either moves you closer to or further away from your goals. By intentionally considering how your choices support your long-term aspirations, you create momentum toward the life you truly want. Here's how to ensure your daily decisions reflect your unconventional path. 1. Start with micro decisions. It's often the small, seemingly insignificant decisions, how you spend your time, how you respond to challenges, and how you prioritize tasks, that have the greatest impact over time. Get into the habit of pausing to ask yourself, does this choice align with my values and goals? 2. To stay true to your unconventional path, it's important to protect your time and energy. Batching tasks that align with your priorities, like creative work, personal growth, or strategic planning, ensures you're consistently dedicating time to what matters most. 3. Flexibility is key when integrating unconventional choices into daily life. While routines and habits are important, give yourself permission to adapt when needed, as long as the changes still support your overall goals. Even when you're committed to living authentically, it's natural to encounter resistance, both internal and external. Whether it's self-doubt, fear of judgment, or pressure to conform, these challenges can surface in subtle ways throughout your day-to-day life. The key is to recognize when resistance shows up and have strategies in place to move through it without compromising your path. Here's how to manage resistance in your everyday decisions. 1. Often resistance manifests as automatic reactions, like saying yes to obligations out of guilt or defaulting to the easiest option instead of the one aligned with your values. Practice pausing before responding, giving yourself space to choose intentionally rather than react out of habit. 2. Self-doubt can creep in over time, especially when you're consistently making choices that go against the norm. Create a daily practice of reaffirming your commitments, whether through journaling, affirmations, or simply revisiting your goals to strengthen your resolve. 3. Whether it's visual cues, quotes, or a playlist that inspires you, having constant reminders of your purpose can help you stay grounded and motivated, even in the face of doubt or resistance. When does resistance most often show up for you? What strategies can you implement to overcome these moments and stay aligned with your vision? Integrating unconventional choices into daily life doesn't mean you have to do everything perfectly or take on every challenge at once. Balance is crucial to avoid burnout and maintain the joy that comes from living authentically. By prioritizing what truly matters, you create a life that's both fulfilling and sustainable. Here's how to maintain balance while pursuing your unconventional path. 1. Focus on quality over quantity. Instead of trying to do everything, focus on doing a few key things exceptionally well. Whether it's deepening your creative practice, building meaningful connections, or prioritizing self-care, quality actions lead to more significant results over time. 2. Consistently pursuing unconventional goals requires energy and creativity. Make sure you're scheduling downtime and moments of reflection to recharge and gain perspective. This balance prevents burnout and keeps you inspired for the long haul. 3. Living authentically sometimes means saying no to unnecessary obligations, outdated goals, or activities that drain your energy. Letting go of what no longer aligns with your path creates space for what truly matters. Here are some exercises you can use to start integrating unconventional choices into your daily life. 1. At the start of each day, set a simple intention that aligns with your values and goals. It could be as specific as I will prioritize creative work for an hour or as general as I will approach today with curiosity. This practice helps you stay focused and intentional throughout the day. 2. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on your choices. What actions aligned with your goals, and where did you feel resistance? This reflection builds awareness and helps you make adjustments for the next day. 3. Write down a short list of daily non-negotiables that support your path, like practicing a skill, taking a mindful break, or connecting with your community. Use this checklist to stay on track without overwhelming yourself with too many tasks. 4. Set aside time each week to review your progress, celebrate wins, and realign with your goals. This check-in allows you to stay connected to your purpose and make course corrections as needed. The life you're building isn't defined by a single bold decision, it's shaped by the small, consistent choices you make every day. By integrating unconventional thinking into your routine, you create a life that's truly aligned with who you are and what you value. Remember, living authentically doesn't have to feel like a constant uphill battle. With the right habits, intentionality, and a focus on what matters most, you can navigate your path with confidence, joy, and purpose. It's about finding balance, embracing flexibility, and making your journey sustainable over the long term. What are 3 small, intentional actions you can take today to start integrating your values and unconventional choices into your daily life? Chapter 13. The ongoing journey of embracing the unconventional. You've explored what it means to break free from traditional expectations, redefine success on your own terms, and navigate the challenges that come with pursuing an unconventional life and career. But the truth is, this journey isn't a one-time decision or a fixed destination. It's an ongoing process of growth, exploration, and self-discovery. Every choice you make, every new direction you explore, adds another chapter to your story. Embracing unconventional paths isn't about finding a definitive answer or reaching a single goal, it's about continuously aligning your life with your evolving passions, values, and purpose. This chapter is a reminder that the journey is lifelong and that each step you take brings you closer to living fully and authentically. As we wrap up, let's revisit some of the core lessons you've explored in this book. These principles will continue to guide you as you navigate new challenges, make bold decisions, and embrace the unknown. 1. You've learned that success isn't about conforming to societal standards, it's about living a life that aligns with your values and brings you fulfillment. As your life evolves, so too will your definition of success. Keep revisiting this definition to ensure it reflects who you truly are. 2. The unconventional path isn't always easy, but you've developed the resilience to keep moving forward, even in the face of setbacks. This resilience is your greatest asset as you encounter new challenges and uncertainties. 3. Throughout this journey, your sense of purpose has been your guiding light. By staying connected to your why, you've found the motivation to push through obstacles and continue pursuing what truly matters to you. 4. You've learned that growth happens outside your comfort zone. By embracing risk and uncertainty, you've opened yourself up to possibilities that wouldn't have been accessible if you'd stayed on the conventional path. 5. Finding support and inspiration. You're not alone on this journey. You've built a support network, learned from role models and mentors, and found inspiration in the stories of others who've walked similar paths. Continue nurturing these relationships and seek out new connections as you evolve. 6. You've integrated unconventional choices into your daily routine through intentional habits and consistent actions. These habits are the foundation of long-term growth and success, helping you stay aligned with your vision, even in the face of distractions. As you move forward, remember that this journey doesn't have a fixed endpoint. You will continue to grow, evolve, and change, and so will your path. Embracing an unconventional life means staying open to new possibilities, being willing to pivot when needed, and trusting that each decision you make is guiding you toward a life that's uniquely yours. Growth is a dynamic process. There will be times when you feel clear and focused, and other times when uncertainty clouds your vision. During those moments of doubt, revisit the principles and practices you've learned here. Trust that the small, consistent steps you take, aligned with your purpose, will lead you to where you're meant to be. As you stand at this point in your journey, what's the next bold step you're ready to take? How can you continue pushing your boundaries and embracing growth in ways that feel authentic and true to you? Life will inevitably throw unexpected changes and challenges your way. But instead of fearing these shifts, see them as opportunities for new growth and deeper alignment with your purpose. By remaining flexible and open to possibility, you allow life to guide you toward paths you may never have considered. Remember that unconventional choices often lead to the most rewarding experiences, ones that defy expectations and push you beyond what you thought was possible. Stay curious, stay courageous, and keep exploring. The more you lean into change and embrace uncertainty, the more opportunities will reveal themselves. One of the most important things to remember is that your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can define what success looks like for you or determine what path you should take. By embracing your individuality and staying true to your vision, you'll continue building a life that's meaningful, authentic, and entirely your own. There's no need to rush or compare your progress to others. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust in the timing of your path, honor your pace, and celebrate the growth and discoveries you make along the way. How has your definition of success changed throughout this journey? What does living authentically mean to you now, and how can you carry that understanding forward? As you continue to embrace unconventional choices and live according to your values, you'll discover new strengths, unlock hidden passions, and create a life that's rich with meaning and purpose. The journey you're on is ongoing, ever-changing, and uniquely yours, and that's what makes it so powerful. Thank you for allowing this book to be a part of your journey. May you continue to make bold choices, live courageously, and embrace the beauty of a life that's true to who you are. The road less traveled is often the one with the greatest rewards. Keep moving forward, and trust that your path is leading you exactly where you're meant to go. As you close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on one commitment you'll make to yourself as you move forward. What is the next step you'll take to continue living authentically and embracing the unconventional? Final words. As you close this book, remember that the power to shape your life lies within your hands. You've chosen to embrace the unconventional, to step away from the paths others expect you to follow, and to create a life that's authentically yours. This journey is filled with challenges, but it's also rich with discovery, growth, and fulfillment. The road ahead may twist and turn, but with each step you'll uncover new strengths, passions, and possibilities. Trust in yourself, stay true to your values, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The world is full of opportunities waiting for those who dare to live boldly and authentically. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Now, go out there and create the life that only you can live. The road less traveled is yours to explore. Enjoy every step of the way. Take care and be well.